Ngunit bago yan, kung ngayon lang kayo naligaw sa channel na ito, huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe, at pindutin ang notification bell para updated kayo sa mga susunod kong videos.
Knockout, the former lightweight world champion, the former undisputed junior.
Are about to be answered. Here's Tony Weeks with some final instructions.
Okay, right here is good. Right here is good.
This week is the size difference of these two. How much will Kell weigh when we step in the ring? How much will Bud? Is he that much bigger? 12 rounds. Terence Crawford in the blue and gold trunks. Kell Brook repping the UK in the white. Recently, Chris, in that southpaw stance, but here he is starting in an orthodox.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually to see him coming out orthodox.
Saying I see him trying to out-jab me and time me and continue to jab before me, but I have a pretty strong,
Speaking about jabs, one of the big parts of a good jab is being long. And Terence Crawford has a 74-inch reach advantage.
Being that he beat Sean Porter to win that welterweight world title in 2014, moved up to 160, fought Kanadi, high-class caliber fighter as he was then, racking up 3 wins since that Errol Spence loss, or orbital fractures in both sides, coming off the losses to Gennady Golovkin and Errol Spence.
Kell Brook doing a good job with Terence Crawford in this first
There
round.
it is. There's another strong jab from Kell Brook early.
Overthrows his punches. Sometimes it gets tall, leaving himself open. Look for Terence Crawford to come over the top at times.
So saying I can switch too, and I may implement that in my game plan as well, as you see now. But Crawford going southpaw. Long-time trainer, did not make the trip considering the training in the Cayman Islands that Kell Brook did. He had 2 other fighters to get ready for the fight.
Who's a very strong guy and very powerful fighter, is not as explosive. And maybe not, because Terence really needs to be careful in these early rounds.
Sure, and a lot of that explosiveness and power from Kell Brook comes from those legs. I don't know if you had a chance. Kell Brook has 27 knockouts in his in his 39 wins. And he's
47. I've been impressed, so far. He looks faster than usual. And
world as competitive as he is, so.
Yeah, Kell Brook is, personality-wise, is definitely much more of a more quiet, laid-back kind of guy.
Right now, as we're midway through round 2, and he gets caught with a sharp lead jab from Crawford there, as Crawford has remained for most of the first 2 rounds, and then a good right hand there from Brook coming in.
Both men really sharp shooting. I think both men fighting with a lot of respect for the other.
Do you think that Kell Brook looks that much bigger than
I do see him being bigger. I understand him being a bigger guy. I don't think it's going to be that important as
my size. That was his narrative that he pushed the whole time. And,
a little surprising, honestly, because he's not a physically, demanding pressure fighter who's going to use his physical girth or size to push him.
A couple feeling out rounds there as we look at some of the replays from round 2. Crawford picking it up a little bit more here, but good right
position when you're fighting an opposite stance. What happened just in the air. That's where he really needs to be careful with the reach and the timing of Terence Crawford as you're pulling away.
First time in the fight as a southpaw. The first 2 rounds were as orthodox as you take a look at some of the punch stats. A 36% clip landed, same amount of punches thrown there, and that right strong hand jab from his strongest hand out in front, as you see him throw it there to the body and then doubling it up back up top.
Yeah, he definitely seems to be way more comfortable at fighting entire fights out of the southpaw position.
Which is why I'm surprised he's always still listed as an orthodox fighter.
Because of southpaw, I think you're right.
Hands-free. Stop, I got you.
And for an opponent, Chris, what kind of challenge?
Specifics for the craft or for the actual fight in front of you. So with Terence Crawford, you have to prepare for 2 guys. So things starting to heat up here in round 3.
Terence Crawford in the States before the. Can't believe Brook is that much of an underdog. He doesn't look it here yet through 3 rounds, but Crawford's starting to get his
tremendous amount of tactical work from both men right now.
Nice right hand there from Brook and a counter from Bud. Hand from Crawford at the 10-second mark in round 3. Things are heating up here. Nice Brook.
their heads sliced together at some point too. I think both.
Clash of heads. Here we go again.
Yeah.
Oh, straight down. Goes Kell Brook, the rope, hold him up.
Double it. 5,
And that is a knockdown.
7, 8. Come in. You all right? Give you 4.
I think it was a right hook as
Big shot from Kell Brook. He is hurt. In there and does exactly what he should do in that sense.
well, it's a statement win. It's
That's it.
not just getting the win. It's not just beating. It didn't really land anything other than the jab.
Just the right hand.
Hard jab.
That's it. And then he comes in to finish him. That they let him continue. Boom.
Yeah, so remember what I said about Kell Brook, how when sometimes he throws, that's exactly what happened. He was throwing his right hand, Bud threw his jab over the top, and they ran full steam ahead into each other.
Before Tony Weeks ran over there.
He threw some nasty shots there. And here we see the end. A bunch of left hands, a right hook.
There's that big right hand that probably the last blow in that last exchange. And after that.
And still, WBO welterweight champion of the world, Terence Bud Crawford!
His record to 37-0 with 28 KOs. And can we please get a marquee big?
Ano sa palagay ninyo mga kapanalo, kaya kayang talunin ng ating pambansang kamao Manny Pacquiao si Terence Crawford kung sakaling magharap sila sa hinaharap? Maraming salamat sa panonood. Kung huwag kalimutan mag-subscribe at pindutin ang notification bell para updated kayo sa mga susunod kong video.